What is going on, Wolfpack? How the hell y'all doing? It is great to see you on this fine Saturday afternoon where we are doing a, well, as of for a while now, fairly inconsistent and uncommon Wolf solo game stream. But we're doing it today, and I'm going to attempt, emphasis on attempt, to make these more regular. I know I've been saying that for a while, and I'll probably continue to say that for a while until it actually happens. Reeve, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1. Gosh, you've been subscribed for 55 months. That's a really long time. Thank you, man. He says, my one coworker quit, so I have to go into work early. Sorry, they won't be able to watch it. You ain't got nothing to apologize for, buddy. You handle business. Go make your money. I don't know. I hope that person steps on a Lego barefoot in the dark in the middle of the night for them forcing you to have to give up your Saturday afternoon when I know you already work hard. That is unfortunate, but I appreciate you popping through nonetheless and resubscribing. Thank you for that. So yeah, we're gonna have a fun time today. I am going to be streaming a game, as you can see from the stream title. I gotta figure out how this crap works. This the one I want? Sure, we'll go with that. I wish I had one where my face was on the larger thing, and then the other thing was on the other thing. Which one of these is it? I know what I'm doing. Nope, it's not that one. That's all my advertisements of me and such. Alright, well then we're gonna, I guess, go back to the one that I had. That's fine. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting stream because we're gonna be having some fun. I'm gonna do a New Game Plus, start a New Game Plus run on Stellar Blade on Steam. I have my game modded, so I have a bunch of cool extra outfits and junk that you normally can't have. I'm a professional streamer. Don't put that evil on me. I am very much not. I can sometimes pretend to be a professional streamer if and when I am running the streams on our official Rippaverse channel. But when it comes to my own, man, I can't be bothered to remember any of that crap and know what the hell I'm doing. I don't, I do my best, okay? I do my best. My best is not very good when it comes to this. I'm good at other things. Like this game, I'd like to say I'm pretty decent at. Or at least I was when I was playing it for a month straight. And platinumed the son of a gun. On hard. So I'm pretty pleased about that. But I love this game. It's one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's also just kind of like right in my genre. So I love JRPGs, but I also love kind of single player action adventure games that are super flashy, right? Your spectacle action games like your Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, I guess Final Fantasy 16 can be thrown in there now that I think about it. But yeah, Stellar Blade, to a lesser extent, Nier Automata. I love that game. I platinumed that one as well. But that one's less on the spectacle. Famously, the developers for Stellar Blade actually said that Nier Automata was a heavy inspiration, and it shows in the game. Like, a lot of the same themes or very similar themes run throughout. And in a lot of ways, Stellar Blade is kind of, and I don't mean this as a dig, I want to be very clear. Stellar Blade's kind of Nier Automata light, or diet Nier Automata, at least in terms of the story, right? It plays with some of the same themes, and interesting narrative decisions, but it does it to a lesser extent, if that makes sense. It's not quite as really out there, but you could tell that the inspiration's there for sure, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because I don't need it to be one-to-one, just like Nier Automata, because I already played Nier Automata. I like that game quite a lot. As I said, I platinumed it, so I got all the Steve achievements on that. But what I do appreciate about Stellar Blade more is how much more spectacle it leans into in terms of the action, because that's kind of what I showed up for, right? And obviously Eve is a beautiful character design as well. But that's the other part of what we're going to talk about on today's stream, which is going to be interesting because for a little while now, there has been a prevalence within the gaming industry of making some, we'll say, quizzical decisions when it comes to their character designs. Not in every case, but in some, right? A great example is Insomniac's Spider-Man, right? I love that first game. I still haven't played the Miles Morales one. Probably never will. Still haven't played the second one. Probably will if I can get it on sale for like $15. Just to, have the symbiote suit and all that, because that's fun. But they took the mocap actress for Mary Jane, who's a beautiful young lady, right? And they made her look kind of plain Jane in that first game. And then in the second one, and it gets worse the more I look at it, they just kind of made her unattractive. Like they made her look like uh, Amy Adams's like less attractive, overweight cousin, right? Where it's like, and that's not a dig at Amy Adams, to be clear. She's a pretty young lady as well. But like her facial structure, everything about it just screams like, why would you make this decision, right? And so that kind of a thing, which has happened more and more, has sparked a lot of heated discussion in the online sphere, specifically the reactionary space, which we all kind of exist around or within to varying degrees. And it has unfortunately swung too far in the wrong direction. And what I mean by that is we now have people operating bereft of intellectual honesty, we'll say. And I don't know, losing their minds if every character in a game that comes out doesn't look like Eve from Stellar Blade, or any of the female characters from, say, First Descendant, both of which I play, mind you. In fact, one of the reasons why the starting soon screen went so long for this stream here is because I'm wrapping up my dailies on Nikke, right? I was like, crap, I forgot to do those yesterday, so now I need to make sure I do those, right? It is a not only intellectually dishonest position to take, to say that, characters, if they don't look like these characters or something thereof, are automatically ugly, right? There's such a thing as art direction, individuality, right? I don't need every female character in every game to look like Eve. I have Eve, right? I don't need them to look like 2B. I have 2B. I don't need them to look like the characters in First Descendant, because I have those as well already, right? My main fighting game is Dead or Alive, for God's sakes, right? Which is famous or infamous, depending on what side you kind of approach it from, for its attractive characters on both sides, right? Both the males and the females. Beautiful characters. Super attractive. They leaned into that, right? That's part of the design aesthetic. That was a deliberate art decision, right? That was the art direction for that. Not everything needs to have that, Now, it's one thing to say, okay, you have a franchise that's been around for a while and it has an established art direction, sans graphical improvements over the years. A good example of that would be like Tomb Raider, right? So I'm looking forward to the remake of the Atlantis one, so the remake of the first game, because Lara looks like kind of the perfect marriage of more classic Lara, and maybe more like the Tomb Raider Legend trilogy, actually. So Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld, which are great games, by the way. And kind of mixing in a little bit of the aesthetic from the 2013 reboot and its trilogy. That's one thing. I don't want the remake of Tomb Raider to have, the super polygonal, chest, right? But obviously that was never going to be the case. But taking a design and art direction from a long-standing franchise and flipping it completely on its head, you can have a conversation there, right? So take, I think not with every case, but with some, one of the more recent Mortal Kombats, I forget which one, like, some of the characters look perfectly fine, and then other ones, it's like, what did you do here? Just threw them in a blender? What are we doing here? However, you have a lot of intellectually dishonest people, and I would say a lot of people who aren't really gamers, but they like to try and present themselves as being part of the gaming space, acting as though everything needs to adhere to this one same design direction, right? One same art direction. And it's foolish. The market decides, ultimately, right? A game will be received well or not received well based on the market, and a lot of that has to deal with what your target demographic is, right? Are you marketing your game to a specific audience, and if that audience shows up, you succeeded, right? If they don't show up, well, then you have something to reassess. Genuinely. Great example. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. There are some really stupid ass people on the internet acting like Kenna would be a better game if the main protagonist was redesigned to look a lot more like Eve from Stellar Blade. I wholeheartedly reject this because that's not the art direction that studio wanted for that game. The characters in that game aren't ugly. They have a more cartoonish, very new animation. So like your How to Train Your Dragon, your Tangled, that kind of era of CGI animation. It's got that art aesthetic, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's meant to be a little more lighthearted, right? It's very bright, it's very magical, and it was a game that I'd wanted to play since it first got announced and never got around to getting it, but it had been on my Steam wish list since getting announced and getting added to the Steam store. And I recently grabbed it like a couple weeks ago, I want to say, because it went on sale. I was able to get the base game and all the DLC for a total of, I don't know, like $11 or something. How's it going, Derry? Good to see you, bud. So now I'm going to play that, and I'm probably going to, at some point, try and stream it as well. But I want people to exercise intellectual honesty. I want people to exercise critical thinking, even. Not everything needs to look the same. I don't need every comic to look the same. I don't need every... well, I'm not playing Genshin, Derry. There's deliberate artistic decisions for a reason. You want to have artistic individuality, right? That separates one thing from another. There are a lot of games out there, like on Steam even, that, yes, maybe traditionally they have very attractive character designs, but they fall off quickly, or barely anybody plays them to begin with, because why? Well, they have no real identity. They have no individuality to them because they look the same as a bunch of other things. And people are like, well, I already like this other thing. And while it's one thing to say, hey, I know you like this, you may also like this. This may also be for you. But you have to make yourself distinct in some way, shape, or form, right? You can say, hey, we're kind of like this thing, but you don't want to just be that thing. You want to have individuality, right? You want to have something that makes it distinct. And there are a lot of, admittedly cool-looking games, at least on the surface. They have attractive female and male character designs, but they kind of all blend together and bleed together at a certain point. So there are jackwagons online, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Reddit. Those are a whole different breed of cesspool stupidity that I think do more harm than good because they're not approaching things from a place of intellectual honesty. They're either incapable of it or they're willful in their choice to not engage in it. And that's unfortunate because the gaming space should be a lot more fun than it is. And if you ignore all the noise online, it can be. It can absolutely be a ton of fun. That's the start of that rant. We'll get more into that in a little bit. But I do actually want to play this game right now because I haven't been able to play anything other than a little bit of Fortnite and a little bit of Marvel Rivals with the lady and our friends for a while now. I am going to be playing... I know some people were asking if I was going to stream Resident Evil Requiem. I'm not going to, at least not for my first playthrough, because I want to experience it like fresh and pure on my own. I know that, if I was a full-time or even like semi-full-time streamer, yeah, it would make sense to do that. If I was wanting to make streaming a more significant portion of my income or something like that, it'd make all the sense in the world, right? But seeing as that's not the case, I would rather just kind of enjoy the latest entry in one of my all-time favorite game franchises. Not playing Enfield. I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with that. I need to turn this down just a little bit. Once I get the game pulled up, you guys are gonna have to inform me of the audio levels here, because the game can sometimes just be like absurdly loud. Arknights, Enfield. Oh, for Arknights, yeah. Arknights being the mobile game, and then Enfield being the actual 3D action RPG, whatever one that's coming out on PlayStation and Steam, I think. Is that correct? I feel like I'm remembering that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Game pissed me off. Oh, well. Sorry. Sorry to hear that. I know nothing about it other than that it's tied to the mobile game, which I have also not played. That's all I've got. I got nothing else there. Let me pull up my own stream on me phone. There we go. Make sure it's pulled up there. Cool. All right, let's check audio levels here. Desktop audio on. You guys let me know if you can still hear the game, but also hear me over the game, ideally. I don't know, maybe some of you would rather hear the game than me. Fair enough. But if that was the case, I wouldn't. Sound alert's not working. Well, I had desktop audio muted, so that might be why that was the case. Redeem posture check. My posture's fine. You're not my real mom. What is this nuance? What's up, Johnny JP? What is this nuance take you're having? You're not allowed to do that on the internet. Not in certain spheres, that's for damn sure. No, you are not. And again, I just want to make it very clear, because I've had it said to me. This is one of the more ridiculous things. I've had it said to me that, like, oh, you just, I don't know, you want games wokeified, and you want ugly characters in games. You stupid ass jackwagon. I am playing Stellar Blade and I platinumed it. I play First Descendant. I play Nikke. DOA is my main fighting game, my secondary being Soul Calibur. I've been a Tomb Raider fan since the original. I don't know how to help you. You are a level of retarded that is not worth engaging with. Certainly not a serious person. Andy doesn't want to be scared too early. Nah, man, you don't understand. When I sit down to play a Resident Evil, especially a new one, but even if it's a replay, like, I make sure it's late at night, so there's no real light coming in through the blinds. I shut off all the lights. The only light I might have that's not coming from my monitors, maybe I'll like light a candle or something like that, and then just like make sure I've got my good headphones on, one of my pairs, whether it's these Astros or my Razors here, and I'll just get immersed, man. Like, I don't mind that at all. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, give me some really good horror atmosphere. That's what I need. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to be, sissy lala. I'm not here for that. I'm playing Resident Evil, okay? I've been playing Resident Evil since, admittedly, probably way earlier than I should have been playing Resident Evil. But that's fine. That's kind of par for the course with me, because I was also reading Witchblade way before I should have been reading Witchblade, as far as comic books go, And there are a bunch of anime that I love, too, that it's like, see, people just don't know how to intellectually multitask. They can't allow two things to be true at once. They can't say, hey, video game studios need to stop having characters who have these just incredibly attractive mocap or facial recognition models, and then making the in-game model ugly by comparison. What was the other one that was pretty recent from last year? Was it Star Wars Outlaws? Right? Where the main character, I wouldn't call her ugly, but she was just kind of eh. And to be fair, I guess Star Wars isn't like it's a franchise that's known explicitly for like super sexy character designs or something like that, right? That's never been the case. However, the mocap actress that they picked for that character was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And so they deliberately reduced that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to make a character in Star Wars look like Eve from Stellar Blade, or a character from Dead or Alive, or First Descendant. You also don't need to uglify an otherwise very beautiful actress. That's stupid, right? Both of those things can be true. Where am I on the new Resident Evil? I haven't started it yet. I was going to try and start it yesterday evening. Wound up not. I'm hopefully going to be able to start it tonight. I need to start it this weekend. I'm going to start it this weekend because I've been looking forward to it for a while. I was already looking forward to it and on board. With how eerie it looked from the perspective of Grace, right? Grace Ashcroft. And then they announced that my boy Leon is in it too. And so you got both of them you get to play as, and Leon's a little more action man, right? He's very in line with how he is in Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, all the animated films, which I genuinely enjoy all of those, right? Where he is the badass, right? And I'm so here for it. I'm really excited. I've been hearing great things. I hope it lives up to my expectations. If it doesn't, y'all will hear about it. Believe you me. Because I've been looking forward to it for a while. I'm not shy about saying when a game has let me down. I also don't automatically look at a publisher and say, oh, well, that came out of Capcom or Crapcom, as some people are calling it. It's like, I don't know where you guys are, but Capcom's been putting out a lot of good stuff. The most recent Street Fighter's been doing really well for them. Every single Resident Evil release that they've done since was the first remake that they did was RE2, right? So RE2 remake, RE3 remake, RE4 remake, those all did very well for them. Requiem had the highest day one player count in their history. All their Monster Hunter games for the last decade have done really well for them. Yes, Wilds had some major technical issues, and like they fixed them fairly quickly, and then they wound up having more, unfortunately. And I haven't played it in a little while, and I need to get back to it because they added a ton new content, and I need to go and hunt things solo that I probably shouldn't be hunting solo, but I do it anyway because I freaking love Monster Hunter. You know, they're coming out with the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection, which I'm excited about because that means they'll have released all of them except for Legends, which, you know, don't hold your breath, Mega Man Legends fans. I'm just telling you right now, like, don't hold your breath. I would love for them to do that so they could have them all on one platform. I'm like that, right? I like to have all entries of a franchise available on the same platform. Bugs the absolute crap out of me when I can't, or when like one or two are missing, right? I'm glad that on Steam I have access to all of the mainline Final Fantasies, right? There are a couple of the spin-offs that aren't on there, mostly DS exclusives, I think. And I'm not going to count like different iterations of the same thing. So like say Tactics, right? So you have like 3 different versions of Final Fantasy Tactics of the first one. As long as one of them is there, right? That's good enough for me. I implore you all and encourage you all to engage in these discussions with intellectual honesty and the ability to mentally multitask and say, hey, 2 things can be true at once. This thing that these studios over here are doing is stupid. They shouldn't be doing that. But these jackwagons over here are saying stupid stuff too. You can both be wrong, right? Boggles the mind. Absolutely boggles the mind. Drives me nuts. All right, let's get into some gaming, shall we? Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. If you're on X, if you're on YouTube, if you're here on Twitch, which is the chat that I have pulled up most frequently, I could switch over to the multi-stream chat, I suppose. that's perfectly fine. But we're going to actually switch over to the live screen and actually play this dang game. Shall we? As I take another sip of my coffee. I'm not sponsored by these guys, though I'd take a sponsorship. They're called Comics on Coffee. And they have some really tasty blends. I'm drinking a flash blend, and it's making me want to like partner up with them and do a blue shift blend. If they're at MegaCon, I'm gonna chat with them next month, because I've already got in my mind what I'd want to do. It'd be like blueberry shift or something of that nature blend, where it would be a light roast or a blonde roast for like light speed type of deal, with espresso infused into the blend and blueberry. And depending on what can work in the mix there, I'd be up for adding a little bit of vanilla. It's making me want to try it just talking about it. I should stop talking about coffee when I'm already drinking coffee, and we'll swap over to this. So yeah, Shiroyasha 9248. How many New Game Plus am I? This would be my third. I think this would be my third. I've long since platinumed the thing. Now I'm just dicking around, got a bunch of modded outfits and junk, and just gonna have fun because I just genuinely love the game. So, that being said, let's New Game Plus. Yes, you can start New Game Plus. Blah 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 with all your stuff. I'm aware. Yes, thank you. I know. I guess we'll just grab. It doesn't really matter because they're all the same file. We'll just do this. Get out of here. Normal in story mode. This game's so beautiful. I love it. I love it so much.
Transmitting final briefing. As of now, Airborne Squad 7 will exterminate the Alpha Nativas occupying District 3. Their objective is the capture or dispatchment of the Elder Nativa. Pods entering atmosphere.
Tell you what, the music is outstanding in this game. I'd argue the music might even be better than it is in Nier Automata. Nier Automata does the story better, but man, the music in this game hits.
Activating shield. Code red. Code red.
Oop, lost something.
All available drop pods will be ejected according to Protocol C-32.
Such cool designs too. Like, that's a heck of a design for a drop pod. And most of them are having bad days. Really bad days. You guys can hear the game all right, right? Just let me know. I want to make sure the audio is balanced well enough to where you can hear the game, but you can still hear me over it.
Zero 07531. Pod landing complete. Removing physical shield.
Pod landing complete,
Open
but
hatch.
a bit of a rough landing.
The hatch. Come on. Come on!
Open, sucker! Taki!
Taki?
That's my girl.
Eve, are you alright? This place is dangerous. Take my hand.
Pull me out, chick! We got things to do! Mainly trying to not die. We'll do our best. You'll kind of fail. Ish. I'll also kind of almost fail. There we go.
This way to the body. You take the left. I'll take care of this side. I see you still have your combat senses.
I would hope so. I'm supposed to be a professional.
Rendezvous place is at 2 o'clock. 400 meters in front of us.
Supposedly. I can hear you fine. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow night. Yep. Catch you tomorrow.
That was close.
We should be having our usual stream tomorrow.
Come here. Careful with your jump.
I just need to make sure I restock my wine first, which I'm actually going to do today after this stream. Uh-oh, she did. Rats. You are one ugly mother.
Watch out! It's an unlisted Nativo. I'll have this one.
Ah, get wrecked, sucker.
Great. Let's go.
Just the design aesthetic for everything is so gorgeous in this game.
Right, Eve.
My body frame.
No, I'm having a bad day.
It's first aid.
Thank you.
It's a stim, is what it is.
There's more of them. Let's get out of here before more of them show up.
Ideally.
You secured. Rendezvous point in sight. This way! Watch out for Garner's interception.
Watch your step. That's a lot of stuff flying at my face.
Don't stop! Keep moving me!
Ow. She slices, she dices, she makes 1,000 kinds of pie. Ladies and gentlemen, Eve.
Let's go!
What's up, LG? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Is that an Alpha Nativa?
Let's join them.
I mean, it's a big old sucker, so, yeah. Oh, squish. That's all bad.
My God.
No.
Yep. unfortunately, they're all dead.
The squad's life signs.
I mean, you don't have to really read their life signs, just look at them, right? They're...
Eve. Eve, pull yourself together.
Taki.
Listen to me. We haven't completed our mission.
No, we have not.
Now
We
it's just
still
up
got
to us to
things
see this
to
mission
do.
through. Understand?
What my favorite Eve outfit is? Oh gosh, that's tough because I like a bunch of them. And I've got, so since this is like my 4th or 5th playthrough, I've got the crap modded out of it, and so I've got a bunch of extra outfits as well.
Eve, are you ready?
And honestly, I really like her seventh diving suit one. It's just a great outfit. Sorry, sucker. Top 5. Oh gosh. So one of them is definitely the, I always forget the name of it. It's the black leather pants with the metallic gold top. The off the shoulder one.
Even better than
I like the
We were all together.
the gray sweater dress with the thigh
The
highs.
damage to your body frame is serious.
What else?
We have to find the supply camp. Wait, Eve. I hear something. Eve! Eve, are you alright?
Ruh-roh. Hey, it's Raven! Though we don't know that yet. I mean, I know it, but... Creepy-ass design. Lady needs some, like, proactive or something. Yeah, I'll actually show them on screen once
Here,
once I'm out of position where I
it's
can.
me you want.
Oh, lost something. Dude, spoilers? Yeah, spoilers, okay. I ain't tripping about spoilers on a 4th or 5th playthrough, man.
Get out of here.
Taki!
Yeah, it wasn't a great landing, wasn't a great mission. That op kind of went south real quick. Nightwing says, love this game. Great taste, great taste. I do as well. It's right up my alley. Music, the visuals, the gameplay, character designs, monster designs, and a very well done Diet Nier Automata-esque story. That mission really cuts me up. See, now you're speaking my language.
sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha Natiba is.
Adam's a great character.
Now, get ready. I'll be supporting with the drone.
So this must be Adol 7.
Yes. This was the final battlefield of civilization. It was also known as a truly colossal city.
Something is falling from the sky. A strange sensation.
That's called rain.
This must be Earth's rain.
We can admire the scenery later. We have a job to do here. The terrain data's changed recently.
Hold on. I am getting an update on a commission. Give me 1 second. That looks fantastic. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, now I can show off, let's do... How do I bring this menu up again? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so as far as the default outfits go, let's see, it's... where is it? No, it's not that one. Where is it? Hardest part was not to mod the game as soon as I got it. Yeah, I usually... I struggle with that sometimes, but I usually don't allow myself to mod the game until after my first, like, clean playthrough, right? And then I'll mod the crap out of it. Like, I do that with everything. Hey, what's up, Danny? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing fantastic. No, not that one. So I like this one, but it's the other version of it. Where's the other version of it? New follower, True Storm. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. What's up, Dozer? Cruise stuff. No, that's not it. See, I'm bad with the names. Is my problem. This one. Okay, so I love this version of this dress because it reminds me of. Did we get a raid? Is that what just happened? Hold up. Am I tripping? Is that... Okay, it was a raid. All right, I'm tripping. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you. Raid from Big Geekdom 101, Big D Geekdom. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you had a great time on Brother Danny's stream. I'm assuming y'all were watching some Dragon Ball. What episode were we on? What episode were we seeing? If that was the case, and if that wasn't the case and he was playing something, let me know. But welcome in, everybody. Please consider dropping a follow. I am attempting to just have a good afternoon of a solo game stream, because most of the time when I stream, it's either on somebody else's channel or I'm doing a community gaming stream like my Sunday night ones. So thank you for dropping in, everybody. I appreciate you all very much for the follows, the shares, the likes, all that. Piccolo versus 17. Ooh. Oh, that's that good shit. Oh, man. We're in it then. Yeah, man. Overall, I like the Frieza Saga the most, but man, Cell Saga has just some amazing moments. And it's also when I get my boy Future Trunks. So, I mean, that's kind of important to me. So, thank you, everybody, for the new follows. Yeah, Dozer, one of the best slugfests in the Cell Saga. Absolutely. I mean, there are a bunch of them, too, right? I'm a big fan also of... well, shoot. Danny, you shared it in Discord the other day, right? Like a week ago, where Piccolo shows up against Imperfect Cell, right? Oh, that scene slaps so hard. Best fight in the series that does not have the Saiyans. I'm struggling to find a counter argument. I'm genuinely struggling to find a counter argument to that. I don't think I can argue against that. It's been a while since I last rewatched because my complete DVD set is in storage. But yeah, you might be right, man. You can't argue against me anyway. Well, I mean, I can. I just, very frequently when it comes to Dragon Ball, I'd be wrong if that was the case. And we watched that 2 weeks ago. That's the episode that has 10 key animators. Jeez, that's so many. Frieza arc, was it Nakalas? Hope I said that right. Frieza arc is phenomenal, but Cell arc has fiery moments. It really does. One of my favorites, even though it doesn't last super long, is when frickin' Tien is using Tri-Beam on Imperfect Cell and just holding it down like a champ for as long as he possibly can. I was like, we're getting Tien love right now? Right? Because, let's be real, like, a lot of those characters from OG Dragon Ball don't really get much of a chance to shine after the Saiyan saga, especially since they get their asses whooped in that too, right? It very quickly became all about the Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z, which is fine. I still love it, but I liked Tien getting the love. Let me be nerdy. That was the Neo Tri-Beam, aka Shinkai Ko-O. Need to do a whole ass video on that technique. Do it, and then share it in Discord because I want to watch it. So the Neo Tri-Beam was what that was. Okay, well, hey, you're the boss. You're the expert. You'd know better than me. You'd remember better than me. Shortens your lifespan. Oh, I didn't know that. Or wait, no. Doesn't. Okay, so again, I've only watched the dub, though I know the most of the actual like sub names for things, but they do say it in the okay. Man, I just don't, I genuinely don't remember that, but I believe you, obviously, because you would be correct and I would not. Man, see, now I want to rewatch Dragon Ball. Man, like starting with OG Dragon Ball, obviously, because it's been really long time since I last watched that. It was during the Goku versus Tien fight. Go watch that again from the 22nd Budokai. Yeah, download Seed of Might. Okay. Did you watch OG Dragon Ball first? Because it's my, of course, I watched that airing as a kid. I was watching OG Dragon Ball first, and then I watched Z. And then GT, and I own all three of those. The complete the colored box sets that they released back in, what was that, the 2000s that they released those. Their HD releases, right? One Piece I haven't watched, man. Like One Piece kind of passed me by. I was big into Naruto in middle school and high school because that's when it like started hit. I actually got into it before it came over to the States, and I was watching the actual Japanese version with subtitles and reading the like fan translated chapters of the manga from Shonen Jump. So like that was the last long form Japanese anime and manga that I like really engaged with, because then I was in college, didn't have the free time, and then I was working, didn't have the free time. Like I couldn't bring myself to start on any of those like super long form shonens that I missed the boat on. The one that I wanted to was Bleach, and it's too. I'd have grandkids by the time I finished it. you know? OG Dragon Ball, first come, first serve, then Dragon Ball Z to get full Toriyama sword. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I have the Seed of Might DVD, the uncut DVD. Oh, well, that's, yeah, Danny, that's why I said HD, because, like, I've seen the side-by-sides of those ones that I have on DVD, and then the stuff you show, completely different, right? Because then you've also got the color-corrected ones, right? Seed of Might has no DVD. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're dumb. Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah, I have Tree of Might. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, Seed of Might is the group that does the corrections. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. Now I'm remembering. Now I'm remembering. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for coming in. I really appreciate you guys. And now I want to watch some Dragon Ball. I also grabbed, what was it? About a month ago or so, Dragon Ball Kakarot was on a stupid cheap sale on Fanatical, which I keep my eye on, because sometimes they'll have better deals than when Steam has their sales. And so I grabbed like the top edition that came with all the DLC for like, I want to say I might have paid like $20 total or something ridiculous like that. And I was like, shoot, even if I don't get to it for a little while, that's a lot of game for virtually no price, you know, comparative to what it actually normally would have been. You know, normally you would have had to spend, you know, well over $100 to get all of that. So, yeah. Let me go back to Planet Diving Suit 7th. Is what I want to rock with right now. Actually, no. Let's go with one of the modded ones. Where is... Yeah. Tweaked version of the original outfit that Eve was shown with when the game was initially shown off. She had a much different face then as well. It was a much more cutesy face. And for a little while, I actually played with a mod that restored that. But I like the design they ultimately went with. Hey Danny, do you know? This question is obviously for Danny, not for me.
Falling debris. Be careful.
Oh, I couldn't tell. You know, based on the fact that stuff was falling on me.
Station, they're coming.
Get up on my damn face. Why do you think people call Piccolo black? Because people are weird, and they feel like they have to associate fictional characters with real life races, even if the characters aren't human. It's like when stupid people say, oh, well, Knuckles is black. No, Knuckles is a freaking red echidna. A red anthropomorphic, I can speak, echidna. And it doesn't even look like an anthropomorphic echidna, because echidnas look nothing like that. It looks less like an echidna than Sonic looks like a hedgehog. But, you know, we accept that. And then they gotta go and try and, like, associate a race to them. It's like, no, they just happens to have a black voice actor, right? I don't remember what the hell it was. I'll look at it. I'm only half paying attention. So it's that twice.
It worked.
Yeah, it's freaking stupid. Like, Idris Elba, you know, voicing Knuckles in the Sonic movies. I love it. I think he does a phenomenal job. But that doesn't make Knuckles black. Sonic was at one point voiced by Jaleel White, right? Black man. Doesn't make Sonic black. Now he's, I think Ben is Jewish? I think? I might be misremembering that. But it doesn't make Sonic Jewish. Sonic is a blue fictional anthropomorphized character, right? There's no like racial coding in any of that. And if people see that, I think they're too hyper focused on the wrong things. I think they should just enjoy engaging with the entertainment if they enjoy it. And if they don't, I don't know, find something that's for you then. Activate camp, yes please. People are so weird to take it so, yeah, I've never understood why people take that kind of a thing so seriously. It's strange to me. I just can't bring myself to get wrapped up in all that. I really don't care. Like, that's the least possible interesting thing that you could focus on. Adam! Adam's good people.
What's wrong?
It's nothing.
From here on, you have to stay alert, Eve.
Yeah. Maybe I will switch my outfit. What do I want to rock with? I've got so many freaking options. Who's my favorite Dragon Ball character of all time? Future Trunks, followed by Vegeta. Pretty cleanly, actually. Yeah, definitely. Future Trunks, followed by Vegeta. Where is that the one? Yeah, maybe we will rock with that. Doesn't look like something you'd fight a bunch of monsters in, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All the junk. Yeah, Future Trunks is fantastic.
Oh, it's one of the Legion's old supply boxes.
Do you think there's anything useful?
Well, it's Legion, so compatibility shouldn't be an issue. Make sure to take everything.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Eve, be careful. You see the rapids below. If you fall, it's over.
Yep. If you fall, you're gonna have a bad time.
There's another supply box over here.
I can see that, Adam. That's why I came
There are
here.
more supply boxes. It'll help us survive. So,
Actually, I know exactly what skin I want to rock right now. Let's mix things up with some. Where is it? The Ultimate Bunny. Yeah, let's go First Descendant up in here. That's what I want to do. Favorite outfit of my main character in First Descendant. Rock it here in Stellar Blade as well. The music is so relaxing in this game too. Like when it goes hard, but like when it's more like this, super relaxing. And I am a fan. Get up on my face. Bye. Oh, I'm not ambushing you. Bye. See you, bye. Oh, this hoe. You are ugly. As hell. What about y'all who are in the chat? Drop your favorite Dragon Ball characters.
By comparison, this city is looking pretty good. After the colony extinction,
Let me know
most
who.
places were nothing but dust.
Team Goku? Oh, man, I guess can't go wrong with the main character. It's fair enough. Can't go wrong with Goku. It's kind of dumb sometimes, but we still love him.
Wait, there's a fusion cell. Let's open the car's hood.
Gohan? Alright.
Oh, surprise. At least the fusion cell's intact.
Okay. The Aura Master himself, Piccolo. Good choice. Good choice. I respect
As
it.
to that, Earth's night isn't dark yet.
I respect the hell out of that choice.
It's the previous generation of the Infinity Cell.
Be sure to keep that. It's very valuable.
Okay. What the hell? I gotta remember the name of that damn outfit. Where is it? I always forget. No, it's not that one. No. No. No, that's not it. How do I always manage to forget? No. No, that's from Nikkei. Tien? Nice. I respect the hell out of that choice. Hell yeah. Ranger, junk engineer, keyhole suit. No, that's not it. It's not Missing Link. Man, which one is it? No, I do like that one though. That's not it. Oh, is it this? Yeah, there we go. That's the one. Son Goku team. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, there we go. This is the one I really like. This motherfucker. I always 5 freaking playthroughs, and I always manage to forget his ass is there. Even though it's an anime, Vidella's pretty cute. She starts out obnoxious as hell, but she gets better. I don't mind her. Definitely not my favorite, but I can respect the choice. I can still respect the choice. And you don't even have to say even though it's an anime. Look, I get it. I get it. Look, man. 8-year-old Andrew grew up on Sailor Moon, alright? And had a thing for Venus and Jupiter. So, I respect it. I get it. Good choice, good choice.
It's a trap.
That's fine. We'll handle business. Like that. Big ugly mofo. What's up, Holmes?
We're in the clear. Where do we go now?
This way.
Just dodge right into an exploding barrel. Sorry, I meant to say Vidella's my second favorite female character. Oh, okay. Well, who's your first? If she's your second, who's your first? Seven when Dragon Ball aired in Japan. Saw it 6 years later. I was 6 or 7 when I first started watching OG Dragon Ball. And I was homeschooled at the time. So I got to just watch it. As long as I finished my stuff, I got to watch Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. And I guess it was shortly after that, if I remember correctly, that like Gundam Wing started airing. That got me hooked on Gundam. And then Z, of course. But I just grew up in an awesome era for anime. Like, that's when, even though I wasn't as big into, what's it called? Inuyasha and Trigun. Like, I watched them. My friends were bigger into them. I was all about Cowboy Bebop and Outlaw Star. Those were my jam. I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, It wasn't my favorite, but it was still cool. I remember seeing bits and pieces of DB and Z as a toddler when they were showing reruns on Cartoon Network. Man, make me feel old. A toddler when you're seeing reruns. Man. That's cool, though. That's cool, though. When I was that young, or just a little older than that, so like 4 and 5, that's when I was watching, like, the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. That's when I got hooked on Sonic, because I was watching both of those. Both the Adventures of, and then just the animated series. What else? And obviously all of the Marvel and DC animated series. I just grew up in, like, freaking prime time, man. I was the target demographic. And then add on to that the fact that I was, like, 7 or 8 when Pokemon first hit the States. I was just the target demographic for everything. Which is cool. You know, I got to experience all of those things in their initial iteration, right? Which is cool. I don't have any complaints. What do I want to switch to? We're rocking that one. Let's see what else. Is that one? No. Ocean. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Where is it? Orca. Something. Where is it? No, that's not it. Orca. That's what I want. Let's rock that. I actually want to go here. You've only seen the Goku and Oob fight in Japanese. Okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. My trip.
The memory stick still has the security code registered. It also has record of a message log.
Scan complete.
I forget, there's stuff down there, isn't there? But it's stuff I think I don't need to get again because I already got.
You have to cross here.
I know.
See the ladder behind me?
Cool, that got delivered. Sweet.
Can't reach the ladder. The water level is too low.
Try using the plank.
Walk the plank. Precision jumping. Ish. Yeah, I mean, I prefer watching my anime in dub, in pretty much every single instance. That being said, I also prefer to know what translations, what changes were made in translating and localizing. That way, if there's something where like the tone was entirely different, or the name for something was entirely different, in a way that doesn't make sense. I want to know about those because I want to know what the original author's actual intent was. But I still want to watch it in English.
Try putting the fusion cell you have
So I
here.
play all of my games that are JRPGs in English. Watch all my anime in English. Just how I am. But again, I want to know what the actual sub names are for things, and like if conversations and interactions are changed completely, I want to know. Because then once I know, I can then continue watching in English, but in the back of my mind, knowing the actual context for things, that's what I stick with in my head. It's actually a lot like seeing like the movie adaptation of something, and then knowing the actual material. Like, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and a lot of characters' lines are given over to other characters in the movies. Be paying attention, shouldn't I? When they should be another character's lines. And so when I watch the movies still, I instead in my head see what actually happened in the books. It's annoying that I have to do that. I wish they'd just adapt it. But can't have everything that we want, I guess. I see you. Get up out my damn face. K0Y. Nope, another dude over there. Yep, give me stuff. Start practicing my timing again for the parries. It's been so long since I last played. Oh. Bye. Atta girl.
Adam, what is this?
It's
You
a
know
map.
this already? It's a
Choreograph.
map.
A map? How do you synchronize the location on the map?
How do you synchronize location on the map? Oh, Eve, you sweet summer child. Thought this was Tomb Raider? No, it's not. I think I've streamed Tomb Raider before, in the past. Long time ago, though. I think that was a hot minute ago. What do I do? This one's fun. This. I love modding my games so I can play around with outfits and junk all the time to my heart's desire. It's a piano.
Oh, looks like this used to be a library.
Are these boxes displayed on the wall storage devices?
Sort of. They can only store up to 1 megabyte of data.
What a waste of resources.
1 megabyte of data. That sounds ridiculous to us these days, even, right? Get up out of my face. No, this isn't the one I want to go with. The one downside, though, is that then I get finicky, and I'm like, shoot, now I don't know what I want to wear. Go with my. Anya's cool. First Descendant. I could use my Tomb Raider one, yeah. Could do that. Got America. Okay, I was enjoying that one. Cammy, because we love Cammy around here. We go Tifa. Screw it. Let's do Tifa.
The crack is quite deep. It's going to be difficult to pass.
That's what she said. I'm childish. It's fine.
We'll have to go across, past the parking tower.
Oh, come on. We can make it with the right attitude. Probably. Not. Yeah, just came through there. We got all sorts of jack wagons over here. The wild thing is, though, like, with all the fantastic options I have for fits in this game, I so frequently find myself just going back to her default. It's just such a good default design. Like, they didn't play around. It's shiny, it's sleek. I gotta go around the other way for that one. That's right.
May your memories live on forever.
Word. Use as an enhancement. I can't enhance any further. I'm as OP as you can get in the game at this point.
A supply camp in a place like this.
In a place like a lot of places in this game.
What's that?
It's a depot, set up by the airborne squad who came here before.
Looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. How come they set up a camp in a corner like this?
Well, the supply camp
'Cause they
also
be
serves
crazy.
as an important base.
Oh, that too, probably.
Is this parking lot important?
It could also mean that this place is very dangerous.
Probably that one. I'm gonna put my money on that one. That's probably why they set it up here.
Then I guess this place could be useful for us.
Yeah. Activate the sucker. It's an interesting touch with the was it the wind catcher? Dream catcher. Yeah, dream catcher. I always found it interesting that they added those into the camps. Drive-in cleaning service. Another thing I really enjoy about doing multiple playthroughs of games, at least games that I like enough to want to do multiple playthroughs, is kind of taking my time on subsequent runs and like seeing what little details were put into the world that I didn't notice, you know, the first one or two times through.
Look!
This ugly fool. That is a base for radio. No, it is not an ordinary enemy.
Adam, get back!
This fool be not playing. Trying to get my dodge timing back. Second one. Okay. Nope. Missed that one. Oh, nah. Forward B for the blue, back B for purple, if I remember correctly. That's what I gotta remember. It's been a minute. I timed that one. Here. Eat some. Favorite move in the damn game. There we go. Okay, so it was another frame. Another frame early that I needed to hit. Woo! Hey, I'll go. Oh. Atta girl. Ugh. Look at the insides of that thing. At least you're staying healthy. What? I don't know if that's in reference to Eve, or to me,
It wasn't an Alpha Natiba.
or what.
It wasn't, but still so strong.
Strong indeed.
Things will only get harder.
Maybe. Anyway, please show me the next route, Adam.
Right, hold on. Let me take a look at the map data.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in this sphere for a little while, so I kind of know a little bit of everybody.
But an entire block is submerged.
Danny's one of my favorites.
We have to find a way to cross.
you saying that there's no way?
I found it. Do you see the sign behind the stone statue? There's a transportation device there that you can use.
Danny's one of the good ones.
What? You really think that these abandoned devices are still going to work?
Well, the supply
Worth a
was in one
shot.
piece. Let's just try to stay positive.
Uh-huh. Positive. Sure.
Yeah, positivity. We like that around here. Weapon core. My weapon can't be upgraded anymore. It's capped out, homie. And yet my OCD won't let me stop picking up things. Does anybody else have that issue in games? Like, I do that with Legend of Zelda as well. Like, I'll be maxed out on rupees, but if there are rupees on the ground, I have to pick them up, even if I can't even carry anymore. Same thing with bombs, same thing with arrows. Like, I guess I just have a problem. Hey, what's up, you day? Heart palpitations are how you know you've been well caffeinated. Then I haven't been well caffeinated in a very, very great number of years because coffee stopped having that effect some time ago. I think that has to do with just how much coffee I used to drink, you know? But good to see you today. Hope you're doing well. Let's go back with the, where is it? Comfort Force. Nope, that's not the one. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to start calling this the Rosalina dress because it's the color of Rosalina's dress from Mario, and it's got golden stars on it, so I think it's the only thing that makes any sense. Calls for using Red Bull instead of water in the Yum Yum machine. I have never had Red Bull. There was a brief time in my life when I was working retail where I would have, I forget which flavor it was. It was the white cans of a Monster, and then I stopped that because those things are genuinely awful for you, like genuinely terrible for you. And they ultimately, for me, they weren't as tasty as coffee. So I like coffee better. I prefer hot drinks to cold drinks unless it's, you know, stupid hot out. And even then, it's actually better for your internal body regulation to have hot drinks when it's hot. Hey, sweetie. Everyone, please say hi to Mary. Danny rated me, sweetheart. She's been friends with Danny for a great many years as well. And she is also my co-conspirator in our Harry Potter channel, Room of Requirement. I think co-conspirator works. I like that. Personally. I think it sounds cooler. Yeah, we love Danny. My go-to, if I indulge, is Green Can Amp. I don't think I've ever heard of Amp as a... is that an energy drink? I'm going to assume that's an energy drink. Just one that I've never heard of. Get up out of my face. Nope. Not today, Satan. Woo! Oh, you're about to blow. Bye. Whew. Amp is an energy drink. Oh, okay. See, I don't know nothing about energy drinks, Toots, because I only had... There was, like, 1 year in my life where I drank the white and light blue Monsters. It's Mountain Dew energy drink. Oh, okay. And then I just decided that I felt like crap after having them and made the hard switch to coffee, because coffee is way tastier. As far as I'm concerned. Took an arrow to the knee once. Oh, did you? To me, it tastes like Skittles. You see, that doesn't make it enticing to me. Like, when I was a kid, I liked Skittles well enough. Like, if somebody was going to offer me some, I might partake. Never much of a candy person to begin with, to be honest. But I can't imagine drinking Skittles. I don't think I could do that. That doesn't sound particularly appealing to me. All right. Yeah, my face. Sour Skittles is supreme. Was that the blue bags of them? Light blue? Does that sound right? Again, I'm far from the candy connoisseur, so I don't remember. The green bag, okay. Ow. Freaking rude. See, I need to practice remembering that damn up B for that move, because it's like one of my favorite counters in the game. I just need to remember to do it. Oh, hi. There's a bunch of you here. Hello. Nice to see you. Kind of. Oh, now you're all here. Alright, fine. Too many of you. Let's deal with you all at once. Bye. I get my energy from dying stars and crack-induced mania. Yeah, I actually buy that. I actually buy that. Had a few sips of coffee once, wasn't a fan. I mean, I guess it's not for everybody. Fair enough. I love coffee. As long as it's not dark roast coffee. I do not like dark roast coffee, because it's overly acidic. Yeah, not the world's biggest fan. There we go. Here's the other core. Gimme. Mine. Mine, mine, mine. Trying to remember if there's anything else around here. You're my crack-induced mania. I promise that's a term of endearment. In this instance. Sound like me when I tried coffee a few times. I mean, I guess, like I said, it's not for everybody. Did I get all of those? I should make sure I got all of those. I think I did. Yep, we're chilling. Go. Another camp. Mini camp, but camp nonetheless. Stick to sodas. You know. To each their own. I almost never have soda, unless it's an Italian cream soda. Those I love. So anytime I go to an Italian restaurant, or a restaurant that offers Italian cream sodas, some like mom and pop sub sandwich shops will offer those. And I guess maybe some of the larger chains do as well. I think Jersey Mike's might. If I'm remembering that correctly. Finally watched Jurassic World Rebirth. Was kind of bummed that Xavier didn't get eaten. I mean, I liked him, so I was at least to a degree, I was glad that he didn't. Though it did, I will say, feel like it lessened the stakes and impact a little bit. But I guess a lot of other people did get killed in that movie, so I kind of take or leave that. Cherry Fanta is my jam. I don't think I've ever had Fanta in my life. Come on, go for it. That's not the one I want you to go for. Go for the other one. My lord. See, now you're coming up in my business. That's not what I want. No, I don't need you spitting junk at me either. Come on. Blue. Give me blue. I want to use my favorite counter because it looks so freaking cool. And of course, they're just not going to do it. Ow! Boy. At least I'm getting my dodge timing back. So there's that. But get rid of you there. No. Ah. Cream sodas in my yeah, man. Cream sodas, specifically Italian cream sodas, are so freaking good. See, now y'all are on my nerves because all of you are here now giving me problems. Can we not? Oh man, you are ugly. Okay. How about now? No. Alright, well, I guess he just blew himself up. That's fine. Whatever. Here I just wanted to use my cool counter. Oh, these fools. First time I played this game, these bros were super annoying. I mean, they still kind of are. You missed. You and Danny are best friends. I mean, I don't know if I call us best friends, but we're friends. I like to think. Danny's cool people. He's one of my favorite people. I don't want to get freaking horse kicked in the back. Or in the face, for that matter. I don't know if he'd consider me a best friend. But he's one of my favorite people. And this is what I get for, like, watching two different screens at once. Ha! You fell, dipstick. Come on. Homie. Yeah, Danny is awesome. I agree entirely. Alright, so I mean, I'm getting my perfect dodges back. So there's that. But, just gotta... There it is. Yeah! That's just too cool. I freaking love that move. Just need to get the muscle memory back. You know? Sometimes it's all it takes. Just get the muscle memory back. Danny is pretty funny. Danny is super rich, cool, and famous. You talk like he pays you to say that. I jest. Yeah, out of my face. Ugly mofos. That's right, I gotta keep my eyes peeled for more, power cells. I'm gonna need them to open a door. More of these things. Oh, so you're coming to me. And that's fine. I wouldn't advise it. But whatever. And a genius when it comes to Dragon Ball. That I can definitely agree with. Nobody knows Dragon Ball like Danny. Those are facts. And I think I would actually put his,
May your memories live on. Forever.
I think I would probably put his Dragon Quest knowledge pretty high up there, too. Muscle memory. Sometimes I'm surprised my muscles can remember anything. Well. You know. I get that some days. I can definitely understand that some days. Some days more than others. Come on, homie. Oh, what a move. Ah, that's so cool. Gosh, I freaking love this game. Bro. You look like a turd with arms and legs with another turd for a head. Just saying. Ah, one of these things. Pop.
What was that just now?
Turd burn.
It's a machine that collects relics.
It's kind of a messed up insult, isn't that? Breaching. Oh gosh. Let's see if I even. It's been months since I last played this game. Let's see if I even remember what the hell I'm doing with this. Okay, that's right. So that. Okay. I was like, do I remember what this minigame is? Every now and then I surprise myself. But more often than not, I meet my own expectations, which is, I'm gonna do some smart stuff, and I'm gonna do some dumb stuff. No, I know you weren't, Fox. I'm just saying, like, calling someone is like, man, that's rough. Like, I think it's funny. Lint Liquor. Lint Liquor's a classic, man. Lint Liquor is a classic. Alright. What am I looking for here? I think I want to go this way now. Probably just go here for another 5-10 minutes. or when I get to the next checkpoint. Camp. That's what I'm talking about. Camp's what I'm looking for. Oh, I had an opportunity to do my cool thing there. I got overzealous. In fact, let's just take a look and see who is currently live, if anybody I know is live. I will send y'all. No. Okay. Guess it's not going to show me. Boo. Okay. I take it back. Could say Dragon Ball is not only the best Shonen Jump story, but the most simpler story of all manga anime. I mean, it's probably true. It's inspired, or at least OG Dragon Ball was heavily inspired, excuse me, by Journey to the West, which is, I wouldn't necessarily call a simplistic story, but it is hero's journey. And that makes it a relatable story and a fun story. Something that I really appreciated about, even though it's got so many problems, something I appreciated about GT, which I know is a dirty word to a lot of people, is that it did feel like it was trying to bring back some of the adventure aspect that had been missing from the franchise since the end of, like, the Namek arc. Yeah, I need to get some more, yeah, there's gonna be one over there. So I appreciated that, which is probably why I also enjoyed Daima, because that also brought back, like, the adventure aspect of the storytelling, which I enjoy. Of course, I love the, the spectacle fights and everything, but I really enjoy the adventure. I think there's a lot to be said for having a good adventure story in there. Bye! Sorry. I don't get to use my cool counter on you because you're just dead. You done goofed. Shouldn't have gone and ticked me off. And Namek arc is when Z began to feel a different show than Dragon Ball. Yeah. I mean, post Frieza, really, is when it shifted pretty heavily, right? There we go. Ha ha ha, you tripped, dipstick. Now your ass is stuck. Oh. Well, I did it, but I didn't do it, apparently. After the Frieza arc, that's where Dragon Ball went downhill, especially after the Cell arc. I mean, it just became, the Power Wars, right? Which, it certainly looked cool, but they don't make for nearly as interesting storytelling, at least as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't make me not like it. I just, I like having some, there we go, some fun adventure storytelling in the mix there as well. If they'd balanced that a little bit better, I'd have zero complaints. C'est la vie. What you gonna do? There we go. No, I don't need a hint. I know where this goes.
Nice.
Tend to agree with Danny that Goku vs. Piccolo is the best fight in the entire franchise. You talking about the one at the end of Dragon Ball? Like versus King Piccolo? Or are you talking about, okay, 23rd, okay. Cell Arc has some great moments with mysteries, but it still has little flaws. Man, just about everything has some flaws.
The road is
Right.
submerged.
Not gonna find anything perfect.
I know. But it's our only option.
All right.
We're going under the water. We need the diving suit. Well, we'll call it, it's the planet diving suit, but... Planet diving suit... 7th, there we go. Majin Buu arc is the burnout. You know, and there are things that I like about the Buu arc too. Why do we call it bacon when we cook it and call them cookies when we bake them? Ridiculous. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, squiggly B. If I remember correctly, at the top of this shaft here is the next, what's it called? I'm not missing anything there, am I? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yep, next camp. Perfect. Perfect timing. Excellent. That could not have worked out better. Basically right at the 2-hour mark. That works perfectly. There is a Fox birthday pic on your phone for the puppy tax for that one. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah. Oh, puppy. Thank you, Ellie. All right, well, you know what? Let me... Eve, sit down, my dear.
Adam, I was very surprised when I first met you.
Why?
Back in the colony, we learned that everyone on Earth was completely wiped out.
I'm sure it must have seemed that way. But you can't expect Mother Sphere to know everything.
Then there are other survivors out there, like you.
Yes, but it's rare to see them. Earth is still pretty inhospitable to humans.
Indeed. Indeed. Okay, let me switch this to this screen. Actually, no. Let's just switch it to this. All right, guys. This was fun. I had a great time with y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you to Danny. Huge shout out to Danny, Big Geekdom 101, for the raid. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday and your weekend in general. Thank you, everybody who came over from Danny's raid and stuck around. I appreciate you. I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the interaction in the chat. That's what makes these streams fun, is being able to just kind of hang out and geek off, you know, play a fun game and get to chat with you guys in the process. So I appreciate you guys very much. Tune in tomorrow evening at around 8 p.m. Central, I do have my community night streams. Then we'll do some Mario Kart World, and you'll get to see me get angry at my friends and them get angry at me. It's cyclical, you know. It's a shared experience. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, great rest of your weekend if I don't see you tomorrow, and a great rest of your week. So, until next time, God bless and Godspeed.